Well, howdy folks. I'm going to be reviewing here today this new microphone I got. It is the Audio2000's APM 1069. Now I've had, and I'm not reviewing it, but I've had the Audio2000, let's see what I do with that. The Audio2000 1062, which seemed to do okay. It's what I've been trying to do my podcast with. And I have an Audio2000 mixing board. What is the number of this? It's AMX 7313. And it seems to be okay. Only problem is when I bought this, I didn't get exactly what I wanted. I wanted a USB one. And this has a USB plug for like a USB stick or something that you can put music on, which I probably will never use. I wanted this to do my podcasting, maybe to record a phone call, and so I thought I needed a mixer like that. And I'm also using the mixer, since it doesn't plug directly into the computer, I'm using a Behringer, what is this? It's a Behringer UM2, which is probably the cheapest interface that you can actually get. It's not really a bad thing. I mean, it works really good. But, you know, you also have this other choice, which I bought one of these, and I don't like it any better than I do the Behringer for a few reasons. One reason is this is the Behringer U-Control UCA222, which they use the same driver and everything. I think this is registering on my computer as the one of the U-Control and not the Behringer, because I think one says like 2 and the other one says 4. It doesn't really matter because I don't want anything coming back into my mixer because you can't control it. Or at least this mixer, you can't control it. So, you know, when I want to listen to something from headphones is about all I want to do from the computer. So I just plug it into the Behringer and the Behringer headset, which I have right here somewhere. I don't know, where's my headset? Here it is. My Behringer headset. And I can listen to what's coming from the computer from my headset, which is now on my head. And let's see here. Is this on? Whoa. But anyways, I get all my sound from that and the return. So I'm pretty well set to go. But the review here is not for that stuff, but it's for this microphone. I got these, and I bought these on Amazon for about 17 bucks. Like, and the shipping was free, and you know, here they are. This little handheld camera that I'm using is like a little Sony Handycam. I don't even know if they make these anymore, but you know, it's good in some ways and bad in some ways because it's hard to get things to focus right on it, and you know, it doesn't have any lighting. I probably need more lighting on it. So anyways, this is the box here, and I'm not doing an unboxing. I watched a bunch of videos on YouTube, and I don't know if the guy could speak English or what it is, but all he did was take out the stuff out of the box. Had about 10 videos on that of just taking stuff out of a box, and then out of the box, that's it. You know, he just changed the music, and that was it. Didn't tell you really anything about it other than, you know, this came with 2 mics, and they weren't, I don't know, let's open the box because I've already opened it and took everything out. But it didn't come with anything other than this paper, and they were bubble wrapped, so they were wrapped pretty good. Now, these are the heaviest mics I think I've had. I mean, I can't tell you what the weight of them is. I don't even know what they're made of. According to this documentation, it says it's a super category, mic here. So it's not just the regular pattern there from, you know, that it's the super catoroid mic. So anyways, where's that at? Right there. That's what it's saying that it is. Now, I can't really tell you the difference. What you're hearing me talk from is a combination of the camera and this mic. I got the number 2 hooked up on my stand here with a windshield and a pop filter. And, you know, there's my computer right there, my computer. And I'm in a really noisy place, and this is why I'm using this type of a mic. I got Audacity going here. And so I'm moving around, so you're going to get a little lessons. And my old computer is one that I built. I do have an old Dell Dimension there that I used to work for Dell. And this is kind of like a namesake one. It's a Conley. Of course, they spell a little bit different, but hey, we was all related. But at the end of the day, he was a comedian, so they started having computers that we codenamed after comedians, such as a Seinfeld. One time we did superheroes, so we had the Superman and the Wolverine. We had some really cool names that we went by. I don't know what they're doing now. I think most of the stuff is made in China now. But man, I'm looking at this mic and I wanted to compare it to the other one. And you're hearing it, like I'm saying, I'm probably moving around a little bit. But this mic, I want to take it apart and show you what's inside of it. It's like, okay, it's really heavy. Now, I stuck a magnet on it, which I find interesting because I don't know what this thing is made of. The magnet doesn't stick towards the back, but when you get right up in here, it sticks or is repelled. So there's some kind of magnet inside of here. And I don't think this thing is made out of, now it sticks right there. I don't think this thing is totally made out of metal. Now this one doesn't stick at all. So is it pot metal or plastic? I don't know. And same way with this, what is this? This is a catoroid mic or a condenser mic, and it is a, what is that? Neewer, Newer NW700. And so it's a catoroid mic. And this works really well, but the problem with these catoroid mics, they pick up all my background noise. Now, on this computer I have, when I built it, it was like super souped up, you know. It has a 8-core processor in it, which the older ones, which this one is, was new at the time. And it actually came with the heat sink and, you know, with the built-in fan. And I had to fix that at one point because it kept shutting off, so I kind of replaced a lot of parts, the power supply, and what it ended up being is the heat sink. So I put in a giant heat sink with like a 4-inch fan on it and on the heat sink, and it never shut off anymore after that. It has a nice video card in it, and it works really well, but it's noisy, really noisy. So I have to use microphones kind of like with that in mind. So, you know, the condenser mics are probably not going to be an option for me due to that. Now, if I switch over to that older Dell, I may be able to use them a little bit more, so I might have to do that to do my recordings with. But I want to take this apart. I did the magnet test, like I said. This doesn't even stick. I don't know what kind of metal this is, but it isn't, like I said, look, here's a magnet. There's nothing stick. There's a little stick right here, whatever that is. Oh, it's the switch. So a little metal in the switch and a little up here around the thing. Same with there. There's a lot. That really sticks hard there. But there's nothing. I don't know what this is made out of. It screws metal, but that's it. So this thing, I don't know in weight how to tell you what this weighs, but it feels like it weighs about a pound or 2 pounds or so. I mean, it feels heavy, and this seems like it weighs a few ounces. And the same with this Cateroy. I mean, this mic and this mic seems to weigh pretty much the same. This seems to be a little heavier than this, and this seems to be the heaviest. Now, like I said, I don't know what they're using, but I want to take this apart and take the other one apart. I'm not going to take the Cateroy apart because, or condenser mic apart, because it's a totally different thing. So, anyways, let me take this apart here. So I'm going to set this down, which is what I like, and I'm going to take the top off of this. The top kind of screws off. Let me switch this up here. What I like about this little camera. Let me see if I can get that right in there. So, whoop, wrong way. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Okay. Here's what it looks like inside, and from what I can see, nothing really in this thing, but from what I can see on the actual, oh, sorry about that, the actual unit is that, let's see, I'm getting this right. It looks pretty good from the top. It doesn't look any different than some of the other high quality mics, but this build quality seems to be really good. Like I said, I don't know what this thing is made out of, but you can see that, you know, you don't have a lot of the standard openings, and the length of this thing seems like it, you know, is pretty comparable to, let me adjust this thing a little bit. It seems like it's pretty comparable to some of the higher quality mics. And like I said, I'm recording on its sister, I guess you would call it. So now we're going to take apart this one here. It's a 1062. There's and I want to take it apart. I'm not going to do a mic comparison of them, but I'm just going to take it apart and show you the difference in the build quality. So let me set this down again. I'll try to point it up where I can see me unscrewing this. And see the difference in the way that this looks. Put this down again. If you look at it from my standpoint here, this is kind of like, has this loop, and then you have this, and this is your actual mic guts. Now I'm going to set this down, and I'm going to pick up the other one because I have the lid already off on it. And see the difference of this? It looks like this is a lot cleaner build. Doesn't look like it's bad at all. It looks like it's a lot cleaner, a lot more refined. This thing has a really kind of a nice feel. It's kind of squared off in your hand, but it's heavy. It's heavy. I'm not sure what this is actually made out of. It almost feels like it's made like a jar, like it's made out of pottery or something. So I'm not sure what they did to this or even how this would improve it, but it's totally different. And I think that you know, the Audio2000 Chinese folks are improving. This is something I saw with Japan. I remember we used to joke about things made in Japan, transistor radios and such. And then they did something that we kind of forgot. And we actually cast it away, and they picked it up from us and improved on it. And that was quality. When they put quality into their stuff became amazing, and it became really higher price, you know, well, actually the prices of it went up, but it became higher quality than anything that we build here in America. I seen the Koreans, I used to be into FTA satellite receivers, and they had a saying on the box, and they kind of did the same thing, is American designed and Korean made, which was you know, kind of like, well, let's see here. We designed this. We have all these designs. And so whenever China actually gets all their quality together, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And they'll be making some great products. And I don't mean that in any negative way, just saying. But I like the quality of this, which in that other video, like I said, all they did was take the stuff out of the box and play about 20 different songs on different poses of the same box. Here's the box. How do you find that even remotely exciting? Look, here's a box opening. There you go. It doesn't really do anything for me. I like to see, you know, take stuff apart and see what it is and hear the quality. Now, I don't have to demonstrate the quality of this because I'm making this video with the other mic. So there we go. Which would you rather hear? If you like this approach better, just give me a like, because I'm going to put this on my I'm not sure which channel I'm going to put this on. Which of my YouTube channels I'm going to put this on. My namesake YouTube. Maybe I might do that. Or my studio name or whatever. But I think I'll put it on my namesake, because I don't think I have a video on there. But the quality of this mic is really, really good. Like I said, I don't know exactly what it's made of. Don't really care, just so that it works really well. That's what I kind of want it. And for, I guess, about a $9 mic or whatever, $8.50 mic, this is what you get. And I think the quality is outstanding. Now, if we can get some of the performance, you be the judge of that, because like I said, I'm making this video with the mic in this little handy cam, little Sony handy cam, which has this like flip around thing. Let me see if I got another one of these right here so you can see what I'm talking about when I'm saying handy cam. It's one of these. This is the handy cam that I'm making it with. You know, you flip it up. The battery's dead on this one, so it's not going to make any noise. This was my favorite little camera. And it was great for making YouTube videos when you wanted to explain stuff, because you can move it around and see. So anyways, this is the other one, the 1052. And I'm going to put the lid back on it. I'll set this down. Point it up to my computer. Hopefully you can see my waveform. It's not going to do that. Maybe let's set it on this box. Oh well. There we go. I don't know if you can see the waveform there or not. There it is. There's the waveform. This is what this mic actually produces when it comes to the waveform. And when I'm setting maybe, I don't know, a few inches, maybe 6 inches or so away from the pop shield, comes in pretty good. So let me set this down. Screw this back onto the 52 unit here, so I can set it somewhere aside. Actually, this 52 came with a nice little case. This came with a box, but for the price of this microphone, the white one, I think I gave $13 for this, and it came with this and a cord that I'm not going to use, I think. But came with this little kind of box here that you can use over and over. I don't really know with this little box. It's not all that great of a container, but you know, it is what it is. It's just a little reusable box. And so that's that 52 mic, and so when we get to the 69, I think they're improving. And you can be the judge of the quality of the mic and how it works, because this camera, this little Handycam camera, has a built-in mic, and it seemed to do pretty well when I recorded before. It will probably pick up the fan noise on my computer, and I may be able to take some of this noise out of this. I don't think I'll do any much processing to the actual signal. But I'm in Audacity right now, and I'm kind of watching the waveform flash across the screen. But it seems to work pretty well. I have to sync up this video, but I kind of like this. I mean, I got my finger in the way there, but here we go. This is that microphone, and like I said, it's kind of cool. It's kind of squared off. It's made out of something. I don't know particularly what it is, but it has a really smooth feel. There's no scratches or dings or machine marks or anything on it. And like I said, I'm not going to plug this in and show you because it's already plugged in. The sister companion one, I have it in, plugged in. It's in on my rack here, and I have a pop filter on it and a windshield to trying to get some of this noise. And I have it hooked up to this mixer through the XLX or whatever that is, and I have it running through this Behringer YouTube, which I've never seen anybody actually work this, but UM2. It seems to work for me, and I guess that's what matters. So this is the mic. This is the Audio2000 1069. I don't know if that's going to focus right. That's what it is. I can get it on the box really well. Sorry about this here. This is the best I could do. I mean, my phone does better, but it's hard to hold this phone while you're doing this kind of stuff. But this is what this is. Audio2000 1069. Right there. APM 1069. Professional. What are they calling this? Professional Neodymium dynamic microphone. I've never seen that neodymic on anything before, so I'm gonna have to look up what that actually means. But this is what it is, and this is what you're hearing as well.
Studio 772, be proud of who you are, express yourself.